Hello and welcome to Sportsmile Reader Awards for the 2016-17 season. We're here to reveal your Premier League goal of the season. Barney, there's been some crackers this season. What particular goals stand out for you?
Some sensational goals this season, some very unorthodox goals, I think, more so than most recent seasons. For me, I think the one with the most technique and the most quality was Emre Can against Watford. I think the way you see a lot of overhead kicks, they come in from just the right side of the field and it's direct balls, and you overhead kick them and change direction completely. For him to get the timing on that when the ball was coming from pretty much directly behind him and get full laces on the ball. I mean, I think recently the Wayne Rooney one against Manchester City was voted the greatest goal in Premier League history in the 20th year of the Premier League, and I would put that one up probably better than the Wayne Rooney goal because, you know, Wayne Rooney shinned his a bit and Emre Can's caught that on the laces perfectly. It's a fantastic strike, and just the technique to do that. It's not like some of the other goals are sensational and you don't see them often, like Mkhitaryan and Giroud, those two Scorpion goals. Sensational, you don't see them often, but it's the type of goals, you know, you could, with a bit of luck, you could score them in the playground. You just throw your leg at it and direct the ball in the right direction. With Emre Can's goal, it's a lot more technique and just once in a lifetime strike, I think that is.
Yeah, I do see your point there. I think the Carroll one is probably what you're talking about in terms of, you know, if you get connection it goes in, but yeah. I think the way you still have to judge the cross, don't you? And the way it came off, I think you mentioned Rooney's one, it did come off his shin. If you look very closely at Carroll's, it comes right off the money, you know, right in the top corner. And I think for Carroll to do that, you know, he can do it, he's capable of it as well. He's done it before, he's shown he's got a great technique. So I'll put that one up there, the Carroll one for me. I think Hazard as well against Arsenal, another interesting one. It's a different type of goal, isn't it? More of an individual bit of skill where I think there was that moment when Coquelin probably should have brought him down in midfield, but he just sort of blitzed past him, dribbled round and then slotted in. And yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? You mentioned the Scorpion goals, Mkhitaryan, Giroud, and you've got other ones, long range Shaqiri's against Hull. Shaqiri, another player who's capable of doing that from distance. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see which type of goals that people prefer, sort of the overhead kicks, the Scorpions, or the individual dribbles.
Yeah, exactly. And you got the Payet goal versus Middlesbrough. That was a very good individual goal for me. Not quite as good as Hazard's against Arsenal. Hazard did it in a bigger game and just, you know, took on the way he just shrugged off Coquelin. You don't really expect a player like Hazard to out-strengthen a player like Coquelin, but he left him on the ground. And then I think the finish in that one as well was, you could tell he purposely put it into the ground to bounce it over the keeper. The finish was very good as well. Obviously solo goals take a lot of skill. They fall into the same category I'm talking about, where it takes skill to do it rather than maybe just, I don't want to play down the Mkhitaryan or Giroud goals, both fantastic goals. To do that at that level as well, incredible. And both of them from, well, the Giroud one from pretty much the edge of the box, fantastic to score a goal from there. But it's more just throwing a leg out in hope rather than actually doing something that involves too much skill. Not to downplay them a bit, but a lot more in there. You got Mane against Arsenal, that was another fine solo goal and long range strike. So as you say, it's going to be interesting to see which ones people prefer. For me, I think the two that stand out are those Emre Can and Andy Carroll goals, because they caught them on the laces perfectly.
Some great goals. Let's have a look then, see what the readers have gone for.
So the top three. In third place is Giroud versus Palace, a Scorpion goal. Second is another Scorpion goal, Mkhitaryan versus Sunderland. Interesting that people rate that above Giroud's. And then first is Eden Hazard's solo effort versus Arsenal. So pretty interesting there.
What do you make of that one? The one you was waxing lyrical about, the Can goal, fourth place.
Fourth place, yeah. I mean, it could have gone either way, because those Scorpion goals, as I mentioned, they're not goals you see very often, and there was a big deal made about it, wasn't there, when both of them happened in pretty quick succession of each other, which one was better. I think in goal of the season, Andy Carroll ended up actually, goal of the month, sorry, Andy Carroll actually ended up winning that ahead of Giroud. I think they both happened in January, and Mkhitaryan might have been in December. They were both they're all quite close together, so it all depends on opinion, really, which goals you like best. Hazard to have won with 28% of the vote is quite conclusive, 7% clear of the Mkhitaryan goal. So obviously that was a lot of skill in a big game against top defenders, and just the player really showing his class in a team which was blitzing all in front of them at that point. So very interesting to see. Personally, yes, I would have put Can and Carroll, who came in fifth, a little bit higher, but the Scorpion goals are obviously so rare that they've got the votes.
I think it's that you don't see them too often, do you? Volleys, yeah, they're great, but you do see them quite a lot in the individual goals. You know, it's the type of goal that Messi might score, the Hazard one. So very interesting. But Hazard's goal against Arsenal is your Premier League goal of the season.